So engagement is really about being engaging. The things that you would do to attract people to you in the face-to-face environment, you do that the very same thing online. So I remember when I went to a Chamber of Commerce event. This was about 2 years ago. London Chamber of Commerce, and it was the outgoing chair, Willie Walsh, and he was giving his closing address. So I went into the room, and it was very much like this, had round tables and canapes and drinks before we were called in to hear Willie Walsh. And I remember there was a table on this side of 7 men sitting down and 1 seat left. So I approached the table and went across and sat down and said, room for a little one, as I was sitting. So they actually had no choice. And the men on this side were absolutely incredulous, like I'd brought in a bad smell. And the men on this side were, oh, black woman sitting down on her own, what's going on? So I launched in and I complimented them on their ties and said what I thought that said about their character. So I went along in turn and we were all having a laugh on the table. So much so that the grumpy old men wanted to get involved and said, well, what about my tie? What about mine? What does that say? Soon after, we were called into the auditorium to hear Willie Walsh. And I jumped up and thanked them for the conversation and said how much I enjoyed it and walked off. As I walked off, 3 of the men ran up to me and said, can I have your business card? I'd like to contact you afterwards. Now, I gave very little information about what I did. Every time they asked me, I batted it back to a question about them. So they had very little information about me. But one of the people that requested my card was the grumpy old man. So there we went in and listened to Willie Walsh.